Look what we got. Not for you, for me and your mum. Yes. Right. So what are we harvesting this week? So what I'll do is every day this week I'll show you what we're getting from the garden back. So 3 lovely courgettes. I think Kirsten's going to do something for tea tonight, and then a nice simple dessert. Cut those up, bit of sugar, bit of ice cream. What do you reckon? Yeah? You don't really get any of that, do you? No, you don't. You don't. You're happy anyway though, aren't you? What about you? Are you happy? So I have just been informed we need some basil and a couple of spring onions. So there are our spring onions. And somewhere down here is the basil. Are you helping? If I just leave that there, you're not going to eat it, are you? No. Okay, so a bit of basil. I'll take some from this one before it goes to seed. And that one. And that one. Oh! There she is.
No.
Hello. All right, Ed. The apples are coming on nicely. There won't be as many this year as there was last year, but hopefully they'll be nice and big. We've thinned them out a lot more, and last year was let's call it a mast year. It is mast and not cast, isn't it? Yeah, mast year I think it is, where there was an excess of a lot of the fruit, and this year not so much. That one I need to thin out a bit more. Right, so one in there, and then one in each of those over there. And that one I need 2 hands for. Done. The cows are in the field. The grass has been left to get a lot longer this year, and the cows are enjoying sitting in this very long grass. And the rest of them are over here. Sunflowers are just starting to bloom. This one's the coolest one at the moment, but it's looking a bit droopy, it needs a drink. Look at that. Seen that. We have our first little aubergine this year. That's an aubergine plant I kept going throughout the winter. Just sat in our sort of area near the back door, and then I cut it right down at the start of February, and then it sprung back into life and it's doing quite well. This was another one that I did the same with. Can't see any fruit on there yet, but yeah, that's all good. Oops. Bit of great camera work there. All right, Jen. No. And Benji's in the hedge. Bought this lovely old planter. It's a proper antique actually. It's over 120 years old. But sometimes you get it slightly wrong. And I noticed a couple of little chips after I'd bought it. I didn't pay a lot for it. There's one there. And then I think, I don't know whether you can see, but there's a crack. Let's see if we can focus in on it. Yeah. And I've got a feeling that was my fault, because I cleaned it up and poured boiling hot water into there, and I hadn't seen that crack beforehand, so I've got a feeling I've got to accept that I cocked up. So it's now just a planter for outside, and it can last as long as it lasts, and then it'll have to be thrown away. But yeah, looks good in the meantime. Right, this all needs a sort out, so I'll get that done now. Right, so just a quick tidy up. That's that done, and now I'll show you what we bought from the car boot on Sunday, I think it was. Yeah, Sunday. For ourselves, not for selling. These are to sell at the antique booths. I've just got to clean those up. But yeah, we treated ourselves to a new planter. It's the heaviest planter. So I decided to carry it back to the car from the opposite side of the car boot. So bloody heavy, incredible. But there it is. So really nice actually. I don't know how old it is, but sort of very, what's it got on it? It's got birds on. Is that sheep? I don't know. Something. But yeah, nice design, and it's marked in there as well. It's got a like a maker's mark. So very, very heavy thing, good quality. And we're going to build up our sort of herb garden in containers here. So we've got coriander, we've got mint, we've got basil, we've got parsley, and got a few more seeds to sow. So we'll put something in there tomorrow. I don't think I said, but yeah, I got that for £4. It's absolutely solid. She asked a whole £5, but I had to negotiate, get it for £4. I think that might have been quite a bit more expensive at a garden centre. I also saw at the car boot my fencing guy, and then he came straight after the car boot to meet me here, and we got on with working out exactly what we were going to do. And he's given me a quote, and it's pretty much as I expected. It was 550 quid, and that includes everything: supplying, the fencing, the gate, and obviously putting it up. I'll sort out the rabbit proofing on the back of that privet. So yeah, 550 quid, and then he can't do it until September. So I think it's been done September the 8th. And then that will be safe to plant whatever we want to without worrying about rabbits. So we'll start extending the borders, cutting out the paths here, and cracking on with the first major job of the autumn of 26. The clover is looking amazing in the grass this time of year. if you can hear any sort of licky noises, guess who? It's this one, Mr. Licky Licky. All right, Mr. Licky Licky. Yeah? Yeah? We had these in pots the first year, Crazy Daisies. They're a bit more sort of, I don't know, fluffy, a bit more of a double than some of the other stuff we've got. Yeah, that was a really good example. But yeah, they were struggling in pots. We put them into the ground and they absolutely love it in our sort of clay soil. So they started flowering a couple of weeks ago and look fantastic. And the good thing is as well is they sort of like started flowering straight after the oxide daisies had started to go over. So that is good succession. I could say I planned it that way. Tonight's roast chicken and veggies and Yorkshire puddings and everything. Look at them two crackers. They are probably the best couple of beetroot I've ever grown actually. So that's good. They're doing well. See what else we can get. And there we go. Only the beetroot and the greens are from the garden tonight, but got a few carrots ready very soon. It's another absolutely beautiful day. Got another week of good weather to come. Sunflower's looking good. Everything's looking good still. I've just cut the grass. It's about 7 in the morning. But yeah, that looks good. Had to scrape up a load of horse chestnuts as well because little spiky horse chestnuts, loads of them on the lawn, and I tend to walk in bare feet a lot of the time. But yeah, I've got it. Must be, I don't know, 200 or 300. It's these little things all over the lawn. You get one of those in your foot, and you don't want to hear my language. So next job of the day is to prune this back. Kirsten's been doing it as they've gone over, but it's now just about finished flowering. It's a rambling rose, so if we prune this back now, we should get a fresh flush of flowers in about 6-8 weeks time. So yeah, I shall reshape this a little bit. That bit there is looking a bit wayward, and yeah, we'll trim that right back and we'll see what that looks like in about 10-15 minutes. So I've had a bit of help, and this is now, oh, I've just seen one that I've missed. Snip those off with my fingers. Right, so that's been reshaped. Totally deadheaded all the flowers, even a few that was still okay. And what we'll do now is I shall tip this onto the floor. I've cut it up already a bit, and then we'll run over it on a high setting with the mower, and then it will have nicely broken down and we can add it to this. Oops, shadow. Yeah, we can add it to the monster compost bin, and that'll be good material for that. Okay, so we've tidied that up, got the rose cuttings all mashed down and into the compost bin. I've tidied up around the base, so there was a lot of grass growing down there and a few weeds and stuff, so that's all been tidied up, and now it's time to give it a feed. So to start with, we'll give it our own sort of nettle and comfrey soup, which is in here, diluted with about 2/3 water. So this stuff stinks, it's horrible, but it is so good. I use tomato food, which I buy in for the first month or so, and then when this is ready, this is our only sort of feed that we need, that we can give everything to for the rest of the year. So that's had a good feed there. And then just to improve the soil a bit, we have got some well-rotted manure. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Kirsten said, why don't you use your chest cam for your phone? I just don't get on with it at all, so I'm afraid you're going to see everything done one-handed. Right, you Jen, hey? This will probably attract the dogs, but all we're doing is just trying to improve the soil. More around the other side, and maybe 2 more. Need to buy some more of this, it's very useful stuff. And that, scrape it off there, a bit more around there, and then move that, and then just one decent bit of water for it, a full watering can, just to let that all merge in and do its job. And that is a good job done. The Rudbeckias are finally out. Certainly one of my favourite plants. And once these come out, they stay out until October, end of October, start of November, if we're lucky. So yeah, very good value for money at Rudbeckias. See if there's any courgettes to harvest. I did take 3 off yesterday. I can see one. I can see a small one down there, but lurking as they do, a bit spiky sometimes as well. There's a very decent sized one down there. So let's have him. There it is. Pretty decent. What do you reckon, Jen? Do you approve? Do you approve? What about you, Benj? You like a courgette? You prefer crisps, don't you? You prefer, oh yeah, I prefer crisps, Dad. I prefer crisps. Yeah, look at that waggy tail. Loads of tomatoes getting ready to ripen up, but not ripening yet, so it'll be another buy-in from the car boot, our tomatoes on Saturday. I think these are a good couple of weeks away. The basil is getting eaten by something. What's it getting eaten by? What sort of damage is that? Is it just slugs and caterpillars? I haven't found anything on them, but really getting nibbled at in here. That's a cracker, isn't it? And we've got some cucumbers planted behind, so hopefully some of those will be ready soon as well. Shall we get out of there? What do you reckon? Yeah? Shall we leave? It's a bit hot in here, isn't it? Yeah? Come on. Good boy. We've got a new addition to the garden. Take you this way. Really lovely. I mean, I'm tempted to even say vintage. My mum and dad bought these about 10 years ago, and they had a little courtyard garden in one of their properties, and they had it there. Anyway, they moved to a bungalow, and it's fitted in nicely, but they've got some new, they had some new furniture, a new pergola put in and everything. And now my mum, since my dad passed away, has really got on top of the garden beautifully. It looks fantastic, and this is surplus to requirement. So she very kindly said that we could have it, and it looks fantastic here. So yeah, really happy with that. Just in front of the shed, do a bit of potting and have a nice glass of something there on a nice day. So yeah, thanks Mum, thanks Dad, appreciate that. woke up this morning, it's still lovely, but so bloody windy. Just had to repair a few tomatoes that had got blown over. The tomato plants, that is, not the tomatoes themselves. And yeah, changed our plans today a bit. So I've got to cut the grass around the front, so I'll go and do that now. But yeah, I don't think there'll be much gardening outside until this wind's calmed down a bit. So we're leaving that first metre or so to wild flowers and longer grass, but we will take out things like this. So that's the first job, and then we'll do a bit of cut. Right, nearly got blown away there. That's all that done. Crooked hat. Yeah, got outside sorted. That tends to last for about 3 or 4 weeks outside. I cut the grass every week, but outside I do it about every 3 or 4 weeks. I leave quite a bit of it a bit more wild for the wildlife. But yeah, all good. I'll end the vlog now. Thanks for watching. And thanks for all your support. If you can give us a like, a positive comment, a hype, all that sort of malarkey, that would be fantastic. And I'll see you in a week or two. All right, cheers, bye.